everybody, what is going on? It's your boy Izzo33 bringing you another video. Today, this is going to be some post-match editing, and this audio is coming to you after, and this gameplay is quite a long one, it's 30 minutes, and it's me playing Assassins. Now, if you don't realize, do like to play Assassins, and this is in the long list of games where I'm trying to get my missions. I have about one more or maybe two more clips to actually turn into this post-game audio, adding into the game, and as a whole, it may take minutes, it may not. But this game, we're going with Assassins. We start off here with this recurve bow Pike, and as a whole, Pike is very good, has that big stun, and naturally we're gonna try to make him the best guy you've ever seen. Or the best pirate you've ever seen. Wink wonk, best meme ever. But we do get a coin here, and probably the most common thing here for anyone to do is to obviously buy something just to fill the board to get through all these waves. And so what I do here is pick up a Tristana, and she's just gonna be here as like moral support. She's just gonna pew pew sometimes in each round. So the main goal here at this point in the game for me would be to obviously get a Zed or a Kha'Zix, preferably a Zed because he does have the extra damage, as ninja buff as a whole is really good. So for 2 straight rounds now we got coins, which I guess in my mind I would think, okay, we should get an item here on stage 1-3, and as such, let's put some of our coins into XP, even though we do get our Kha'Zix. And so what we do is buy him, we re-roll, and we don't get anything, so knowing me, we're going to re-roll and re-roll again, even though it would probably be smarter to obviously buy the XP. Anyway, we buy the 2 refreshes, and we do actually get 2 a Zed and a Pike in here, which is actually really good. And we can obviously sell this Tristana next round and stick these 2 bad boys on the board. So with that in mind, we're going to beat this wave and obviously look to progress, because I do believe we do get a needlessly large rod, which obviously can be put onto the Pike to make a Rage Blade, if I'm thinking about that, or obviously you can stick on something that does a lot of magic damage to make a death cap. But me being me, I like Rage Blade, and Rage Blade obviously does grant the attack speed, and this can stack up to when Pike gets 5 attack speed as a whole. So obviously we stick it on him, and magic damage is gained from it as well as attack speed. And that as a whole is going to do well against guys like this who literally have 2 champions. Yeah, I don't know what he was doing. He just had 2 champions, which is good for us. It means we don't have to put as much effort into the wave, and we get an easy win, all things considered. And I like easy wins. And we're the first one to finish, which usually means you're going to do the most damage. And we do, which is nice. So, level 3, you do start seeing 3-cost characters, so we're looking out for Katarina, Rengars, and Evelyn's to obviously fill our board, but sadly we don't get one of them. Instead we do get a Zed and 2 Kha'Zix, which I guess equivalates to more than any 3-cost character, in a sense, because a Zed and 2 Kha'Zix is 4 coins, and the 3-cost ones are not as much. Wait, this round we're up against a guy who's got 4 characters, and here we're in a predicament. We're coming up against a Garen who's level 2, and we have no level 2s in this team comp until we get this Kha'Zix bought. And naturally we're going to lose this round because we didn't really do anything to him. So immediately we buy the Kha'Zix, and then we all reroll because it's me, and look for things. So naturally we get nothing in this shop after we obviously get that level 2, and I'm probably going to forget to put a character on the board here because it's me. And at this point for me, I'd probably try to stick the Z on if I wasn't too enthralled by Lulu, but I do try and stick it on in the end, and it does technically go where I was going to stick him. But it doesn't really matter, we still get him on the board. And yeah, this looks an easy win. Yeah, I don't even know how we kill that guy in the end. I think our Z threw a Q at him. I forget what the ability's called. And yeah, we're doing pretty good right now. Sitting in third with 97 health. Second now. Joint second, technically. But this shop, there wasn't really anything for us to take. If it was me, what I would want to take probably is the Lulu, the Shyvana, Nidalee, and the Varus. Anything that can build towards Rageblade or Static Shiv. And or damage, because that would be exceptional. But I do believe here we're guaranteed at least A tier. It doesn't matter which, but instead, me being me, for some reason I choose the Veigar over the Varus. It would have made more sense to obviously take the Varus so we get parts for a Static Shiv, but instead we pick up a Veigar. Now, obviously, we're going to sell the Veigar, he doesn't fit in this team comp, buy that Kha'Zix, and then scroll through our shop to try and find assassins. We almost missed that Katarina there, but we eventually notice her and organize our bench because that's me. You've got to have a nice tidy bench. Tidy benches are probably the most OCD thing that I do. I always try and make my swapping around section look neat and tidy so I know where everything is, like so I'm not looking to see what I've got on my bench. I obviously like it in a certain way. And it is smart to do that because it helps you choose. But anyway, we do beat the Miyamati, who was, I do believe, one of the two people tied in second with me. So that is a very good thing. The Penguin Mario is currently on a win streak, and we obviously need to stop that. Even though he did beat us, I do believe. I wasn't paying attention to whom we face. Anyway, we do get a Pike and a Kha'Zix in our shop. That is very good, and we're obviously getting the level 2 Pike. Pike is really strong, and with that Rageblade, his attack speed is going to be a bit higher now. So, we're at stage 2-5, we're closing in on Krug's round, and our assassins are obviously looking really good. We come into this Blade Master comp, who you stat them all on the front line, and naturally you want to keep your Blade Masters in the back line, like the furthest line back, but because it does mean you get your Shen, who you always sit in the middle, pushing out first into enemies instead of enemies literally being in your face. But anyway, for this round, obviously it being Krugs, we obviously position over to the left, so we isolate the one Krug on the right, and then we can obviously get the easy damage. Anyway, we do actually get a Z in our shop here, which I don't notice at first, I'll be honest, when I recorded this. However, I do notice the Kha'Zix in this shop, and obviously we're going to pick him up. Get ourselves a second level 2 Kha'Zix, and obviously buy him. So here, we've isolated this one Krug. Our Katarina got a little side tracked, she went for the other crook, but we do kill two of them quite quickly, and we've got to leave our platform to obviously go get the coins. I guessed it was coins there. It was probably more than likely going to be coins, considering we've gotten coins 3 item waves out of 4. And yeah, we actually get another car Ziggs in our shop. And obviously we're going to reposition everyone. And I've gone for a sort of split in the sense that I put 2 characters on the left, 2 characters on the right. So you're obviously getting that pincer maneuver with your assassins. In a way that you're attacking, if they're on the left side of the map, you're obviously attacking their backline that's on the left. If they're on the back side of the right, you're obviously attacking the right, hence why you split them like this. It's a lot more of a means to get in behind them, as well as get on the front line as well, because from what I remember of this game, I only had assassins, and honestly, you have to position them in such means to obviously hit the back line, as well as hit the front line, which you obviously in the end need to do. But anyway, let's talk about a champion that I honestly think needs to be nerfed immediately or rebalanced, and that is Shyvana. Shyvana has been receiving tweaks to it. Like in a recent patch, they altered how her ultimate works in the sense that she actually jumps into space now instead of into champions and getting stuck. And I like the change slightly. However, it isn't that good considering she does too much damage for a 3 cost. And her transformation comes very quickly. I'm shocked they haven't actually balanced this yet. Like, it's something that I would have fixed ages ago, and does need to be altered. As a person who plays this mode daily and is a content creator for it, it's kind of annoying when you come up against a Shyvana. Like, you know there's nothing you can do to really beat it. And I tend to go for bullshit strats, like certain Blade Master strats that are insane, like you cannot kill them, and strats like Nubel, Protect the X comp, etc. etc. You really cannot beat it unless you run someone like a Shyvana. Plus, when you now give her Pantheon as a best friend to literally sit as a frontliner for her, it's kind of hard to actually win against her. Anyway, enough of me ranting on about Shyvana and how broken she is. Let's talk about a game, and that round we went up against the guy with the Blade Master Gunslinger comp, which is a very good comp if you know how to chain it together. So like, you need someone like Jinx or a Draven or a Gangplank to obviously link them all together in a sense because of how they work. But this wave, there wasn't really much for us to take. I mean, we could take the Katarina. Obviously, that does get us the Ninja. However, I accidentally take the Jinx. And I wasn't intending on taking her. I actually was going to take the Katarina, if you can tell by my sporadic mouse movements over her. But, yeah, we actually pick up a Jinx, which immediately gets sold. Like, yeah, it's a giant's belt, which could be stuck on whoever, but it wasn't intentional. But as you see there, we do actually pick up our Kazig's to level 3. That is exceptionally good, because now we have our first level 3, and it's our lowest cost one, so we can technically put some points into XP. However, we do actually re-roll into that Katarina we need. We could have had a level 2 now, if we actually picked her up, but we don't. Anyway, this guy's got a Pirate Knight comp, which is fairly odd to see, considering knights and pirates don't really mix. Like, yeah, you can have them do a lot of damage, but you don't have the, like, combo, the thing that molds them together in a sense. Like, you run things like Brawler Void. You've got two of them, two of your brawlers that are Void. You've got Cho and Rek'Sai, and they combine together really well. You go Glacial Elementalist because you have Lissandra and Nivea, and that makes it so much easier to get it. Either buff. So you obviously go like that. You don't really go Pirate Knight as a whole. But this guy's gone is a Blade Mastery thing with Imperials. Like, a lot of weird comps here today, from what I've seen. Like, the only smart one I've seen is Gunslinger Blade Master. And we're just pure ninja, pure assassin, because why not? It's a fun little comp to go. But right now we're slowly getting our 6 assassins. We do actually get ourselves a Rengar in that shop. And obviously if we get the level 2 Rengar, we're obviously replacing that level 1 Zed in the middle of our team, which is a major thing to do. And Wolfcamp's going to be quite interesting because both teams are assassins and they're going to be nullified right now. So we're going to see literally about 3 seconds of time wasted here because of that decision. So we're going to go in here. We got an actual Giant's Belt, which obviously does mean we can make a Warmogs. And that's probably the smartest thing for us to do right now. I mean, technically we could make red buff, which would mean burn damage, and burn damage was nerfed slightly to go along with health, but me being me, I like Warmogs more than red buff because Pyke's got Rage Blade. He needs to be living longer. What better way than to give him, 400 health? Or is it 200 health? By having a Warmogs. I think it's 200. Speaking of which, he just gets red buffed, which is kind of ironic because that just stops the healing. And he'll just zoom around the map either way, and now his red buff is not being hit on him, and honestly, this is the spin to win. JK. The Katarina did her work there. Even though she died, she actually did enough damage to obviously stop this guy from winning against us. Anyway, our team is getting stacked right now as we get our second level 2 Pyke. He obviously could be chucked on the board, especially when there's a Katarina. Now in our shop we can obviously chuck him on for the Zed. And what I'm doing here is comparing damage between the Zed base level, which is 115, and then I forgot what Pyke's is because I didn't see it just then. But obviously we want to see who does more damage. And this guy has a Void Assassin comp, so this guy obviously has a more annoying comp than me, and I really hate that. So he immediately destroys our team. Our Pyke does a lot of damage for us, and as this happens, we're obviously going to pick up our Katarina to obviously fulfill this sort of team comp. Boom, there we go. We still haven't at this point got an Evelynn or an Akali, which either would complete our Assassin's comp or replace our low level Zed. And replacing the low level Zed is the goal of the Akali in this point. Because we only have one 2-star Zed, we obviously are going to replace him if we find an Akali soon. Now, for the rest of the video, once we do eventually find one, it's going to be kind of calmer. Because, and this is a huge because, maybe someone could say Z non-stop appears in our shop. Spoiler alert. And this guy has a lot of items on his bench. I've only just noticed this. I wasn't paying attention during the game. He's got 2 fully upgraded items. A spatula. Or is it 3 fully completed? He's got a few either way. But anyway, come to shared draft. There is nothing again for us. I mean, the Z, yes. But obviously I want someone like the Draven or the Yasuo. Maybe the Lulu or the Yona to get ourselves some more attack speed. Because yeah, assassins do high amounts of burst damage. They still are lacking in, obviously, speed to do these attacks. It's like 1 hit every 2 seconds. So that's why you have something like a Rage Blade on your Pike, so he attacks a bit quicker and also then ults quicker. That's a major goal to doing that. But right now, we have another Z, one with a Giant's Belt, and there we go. Level 2 Z obviously is getting put on the board. Next round we'll be able to choke either the Pike or an upgraded Rengar onto the board as well. And that would be good if we get the Rengar upgraded at this point. As our pretty empty bench could be emptier, honestly. So this guy is literally at the bottom leaderboard. He has sorcerers and shapeshifters. And because of that, we're going to try and take it to him. We're actually going to lose it though, because Shyvana. Just Shyvana things. Really is annoying. Anyway, we do get our Rengar, and that does mean he's getting choked on the board. And naturally, we've got to think, okay, we just lost to the guy who's bottom. We're not as good as him. Why is that? Oh, Shyvana. Never mind. We're probably better than him as a player. So we come into the stage 4-5. Now naturally I've now got my goal. I don't really need to play anymore, but I tend to do so. Just cause I want to finish it. And this guy has our Evelyn. And we also have a Pike who's literally just gone on one-way comboed about 3 guys in one dash. And because of that we actually win the round. Our Pike was our saviour that round, which is really good, and hopefully we get 3 Pikes soon. Speaking of which, we actually get one right here. I wasn't actually expecting that as we come into Raptors. I'm going to reroll our shop, look for anything else. We get absolutely nothing again, so naturally we just got to sit and wait. And sitting and waiting is our sort of thing. People are already starting to lose, and or have just surrendered so they get the mission. Kind of my thing to do. But I've actually been playing out every game till I lost instead of just surrendering at this point. So yeah, we beat out Raptors. We'll see what items we get. We get a Needle Sea Large Rod and a BF Sword. Obviously we can make Gunblade from that. Or the GA is available. We do have a Chain Vest on our side as well. So we could make that. Or we could obviously make something else. Now we do reroll our shop and get a Katarina. Obviously gonna buy her. And I'm thinking, do we stick GA on our Pike or our Assassin that's max level? So we stick it on the Kha'Zix. Probably the biggest mistake I could make, as Pike would probably be better as an option. Now we come into this next round. Hextech immediately gets rid of GA. And I forgot this guy has a Shyvana. And guess what? The Shyvana has Warmogs and Moronomicon, so if you don't realise, Moronomicon makes these attacks that she's throwing burn. Yeah, that is really annoying. Especially because I learned this earlier against the guy who had Ionic Spark. I was using a Jinx. My Jinx got to full transformation, and naturally, that immediately, and I mean immediately, started triggering the Ionic Spark. So every time she fired a rocket, bear in mind it had Rage Blade on her, she literally died. Yeah, she died to rockets, which is kind of annoying. Anyway, we do finally get our Evelyn, and that does mean we're going to start bursting everyone out. Like, this guy's going out immediately. Like, his far left thing on his team just died instantly. And now that we have our Katarina Spinnerooning, you're not living, my friend. Anyway, he goes out. I kind of feel so bad for him because, yeah, he lost so easy. And we're now into the top 5. Now I'm on 33 health, best health, and we do get a Katarina in our shop, so we're obviously going to buy her. Fits the team comp. We do get offered Jinx. I'm probably going to hover over it because I like Jinx. Well, no, I don't. I'll hover over the Pantheon. I'm thinking, do we take it? But, nah. There is a Pike in this shop, and obviously Pike is what we want, so we're going to buy him. And obviously this is going to be interesting. So we come up against Terduas, the top guy. I like facing the top guy. I can actually assassinate him. Oh wait, he has a fucking Shyvana. No, I can't. So what's going to happen here is he's immediately going to kill all my team. Do you want to know why? Shyvana. I bet you, if I could see his damage stats, that Shyvana's going to have the highest damage on his team. And that is really annoying. But anyway, we come into this next carousel phase, and honestly, there's the Akali. Now, the option here for us is either take Akali or Twisted Fate. And I choose Twisted Fate for the Spear of Sojin. It's the only fully upgraded item, and as a whole, it's really good, honestly, on a Pike. You don't realise this. You can make your Pike so often, plus with the Pike having Rage Blade to obviously increase the amount of mana he earns per second, it's a very good thing to actually do. So obviously I buy it. I'm going to immediately sell this TF, so I trade 2 coins for a Pike. So I basically just traded technically a Pike for a TF. And we're going to reroll our shop twice. We get a Katarina, as well as a Evelyn. And we're obviously going to buy them both. A, because then we get a second level 2. And B, because why not? But we tidy up our board and our bench here. And our Katarina does get frozen out here by the hurricane. So she's now naturally having to walk up instead of actually fight. Our Rengar is doing work in this guy's backline, so is our Kha'Zix, and all that's left for him is his Varus, and Kha'Zix did the most damage that round for us, which was surprising, honestly. So we immediately buy both these, because we can. And naturally now we're just in need of 1 Pike, 3 Katarinas, 5 Evelyns, no, 1 5. 7 Evelyns, and 3 sets to obviously get level 3s. Now, if it was me, at this point I'd be thinking, okay, 3 Zeds is too much considering we're level 6. We can get a Kali and obviously get her to at least level 2. But we get put up against the first guy again. And we're sat in 4th. Oh, what's the problem here? Oh, we go out. Yeah. We faced the guy in first about 3 times in a row there. And as a whole, we lost. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like down below, subscribe when you're on here, and I'll see you guys later. Peace, my dudes.